Bear with me, folks, I am just getting set up here. Whoops. God. So obviously what you've just seen on the screen there is a quick recap of what we've already done. Right, I believe we are good to go. Make sure I can see the comments section here, since I still haven't been able to figure out how to bring the comments section up onto my actual screen. Right, greetings YouTube, Dark Swordsman here, and I am back for more Final Fantasy 13, continuing my walkthrough. And so today we're going to be, well, pretty much carrying on from where we left off. The only thing we can actually really do at this moment in time is continuing the story, since the optional content doesn't come until later on. So here we are at the Brescia Ruins, as it's called, and we do have a boss fight coming up very shortly-ish. So we're just going to try and pick up all these mobs as we go along, try and get a bit more CP in, try and grind ourselves up a bit more. Also, I do apologise for the ever so slight late start. I had got everything set up ready to go, and then I got reading stuff on my phone and Facebook and whatnot, and yeah, I got a little bit distracted and time just sort of ran away for a moment. But I think I'm only about 5 minutes late starting, so it's not too bad.
Just stay out of my way.
So as you can see at the moment, I still only have 2 stances set up right now. I've sort of decided that there's not really much point to setting anything else up for the moment. And on top of that, we are actually quite limited with what we can do with our party for the moment. But as we progress through the game, that will get better. We really need to get this thing staggered quickly, otherwise we are going to get hit hard. Which is why I've switched to the double ravager to try and get the bar up a bit quicker. As you can see, we're 459 out of 500 now. Sorry, out of 600 even. There we go, we got him. We got there.
Stop for a minute.
Just sending a message to Pri a second, because I know sometimes she has problems with her notifications via YouTube and it messes her about a little bit. So I just wanted to send her a quick message to let her know that I am streaming and to look out for the stream. How do I get to that chest in there? I want that chest. Oh, capsule. So in other news, I am still contemplating redoing my Final Fantasy X guide, because
this is nice.
But I'm pretty much decided that I probably will redo it, and the reason for this is because, one, when I did my Final Fantasy X guide before, it was with a shit mic. I know I've done a live stream playthrough since, but it would be nice to split it up into shorter videos, I think. And also, from sorting out my playlists and stuff, I've noticed that I've got a lot of videos from that playlist missing, so I might need to do it for that purpose as well. So there's lots more still to come on my channel. Obviously we've still got 13-2 is what Final Fantasy 13-2, and Tomb Raider 2 still to come. I still have to finish off Angel of Darkness as well at some point when I get back. So I know I haven't streamed it. They might also chuck Chronicles out as well at some point. Tomb Raider Chronicles, that is. And I still have Tomb 1 as well to do. We've still got quite a lot of projects to get through. But as far as Final Fantasy X goes, I know Fuzzfinger is going to be streaming it again soon, and I'm intending to follow him through it. I don't want to be doing 2 separate playthroughs in one go, so I'll probably I don't know actually, I might do them side by side. Ultimately I don't want to burn myself out on Final Fantasy X to fucking up with it. We'll see how things go. So with this fight we want to get rid of the little minions first, deal with the big guy last.
Stay sharp.
Just want to get a little bit of healing in there because we're about to lose Savage. There we go. I wonder if I can preempt these guys. What do we reckon, folks? Think we can do it?
Use some sort of devices.
Been spotted. Oh well, it was worth a shot. So again, we'll get rid of the Cyclone Rangers first. Our team's definitely getting stronger. Oh, there's a capsule over here, we'll go grab that. Let's just have a look at our equipment a second and see if we can just make our team a little bit better. So we could buff up Vanille's magic a little bit. Let's also put that into there. So there is going to be a few more soldiers to deal with, I believe, as we progress through here. I actually do recognise some of this from 13.2. We should come back here in Final Fantasy 13.2. And some of it does look really familiar to me. However, in 13.2 it's completely and utterly changed here. There's only certain bits that look familiar.
Hey! It looks like we can get through here.
We can get through there if we choose to. I think we'd be better off going this way just for experience purposes. So it would save us time going through there, but then, like I say, we'd be losing out on experience, so it's a case of do we want to give up the experience and just push through? Oh wow, that gave us very little. Crikey. That almost wasn't worth it. So again, we're going to take out the minions first. So the Psychon Rangers, and we'll deal with the other guy afterwards. Because he's going to be slightly harder to take out. Down out of that was quite handy. And the credit chips you want to keep to one side, and then when you find yourself a shop, sell them off. So I believe they go for about 1,500 a pop, and at this early stage of the game that's pretty damn good, if I'm honest. Trappers are slightly stronger. We'll get through them, we'll take them out. As long as Vanille does her job, we'll be fine. Although to be fair, we probably could have got them taken down a bit quicker if we'd gone double rubber commando, but sometimes it is better to be safe than sorry and just trim down the enemy's numbers and then come out of your medic stance. Like this, for instance, there's a hell of a lot of troops here. This is going to be quite a fight. And for this reason, because there's such sheer numbers, we want to stay in our medic stats until we've trimmed down their numbers a bit. Otherwise we're just cruising for a bruising. And as you can see, our health bars are going up and down like a yo-yo right now as well, so I think staying in the medical stance is probably definitely the smartest move we've made so far. Actually, I think I will start redoing my Final Fantasy X guide, because I know Fuzzfinger wants to platinum the game and my guide might actually help him. So you know what, folks, I think I will get to work on Final Fantasy X. I think we're pretty close to the boss fight now. Let's see. So that one's completed. So it's this group that we're looking at now. Well, we haven't got that far to go until we've actually completed the Lightning's Grid as far as it will go for the moment, so that one's done. Looks like it's the same for here as well. And same with Sarge. By the time we get to the boss fight, I think all our grids are going to be pretty much done. Yeah, it hasn't exactly given us much to unlock, so...
Why don't we just loop around and make things easier on ourselves?
Yeah, well, we're going to make our way up these stairs first of all, because I believe there is a capsule at the top here. Yes, there is. So we'll go ahead and take these guys out. And with our upgraded team, we should be able to take them out a lot quicker and easier. Yeah, those few little sphere crystalline movements have certainly made a difference. Although, to be fair, we did get a preempt on them as well, which would have buffed us even further, but still. Dodged me. finish off where we were. Maybe not. Well, not with lightning anyway. That's Sarge done. One or two more battles I think should do it. I'll wager.
You gotta stop worrying, Sass.
Our boss fight is literally just up those stairs, so we're actually doing quite well levelling up wise, I'd say. Because our grids are pretty much maxed out for the moment, which is pretty damn good. Which also does generally mean that we'll have a better time dealing with this boss fight.
Stay close.
I want to look around.
Venil.
Over here!
Here's our boss fight. And this is there. I can't speak. Put the tongue back on. This boss fight is known as the Garuda Interceptor. Now obviously right now, because we've not launched any attacks, so we've got no data on him, except what his name is. And now that we've attacked him, I'm still not popping up for you. There are ways of revealing all the data on specific creatures, and I will just demonstrate. So if you go into your items, if you've got like some lever scopes like I've got, you can use some lever scopes. I think you can pick lever scopes up from the shops as well, actually. And the lever scope will reveal everything, basically. So as we can see, this boss has got 8k of I can't speak, of health or HP, whatever you want to call it. Its common drop is the silver bangle. It has no rare drop. It isn't immune to any status alignments. Most elements will do normal damage, all bar wind, which it's weak to. And it's also immune to earth. Yeah, so that gives you a rough idea of what to expect with this boss fight.
It's charging up.
Charging? What are you talking about? Charging for what?
Its last moments.
So, in order to beat this boss fight, we do have to face it twice. The second time round, it will have 16,200 health. And it will also now be resistant to the bottom two elements, which is poison and I'm not actually sure what that one is above it. And also, if you look at the bottom, it gives us a few little notes here. It says physical and magic resistance low when staggered, but it does employ very powerful lightning based attacks. So if you've got anything that can reduce lightning damage, I would recommend using it. at this point. Yeah, unfortunately, it's very unlikely that we will have that sort of stuff, which is why I didn't really say anything about it. Relentless Assault going a second, so we can get the stagger bar up a bit quicker. We're going to diversity here because our party leader has taken substantial damage. It's going to really bite us in the bum. And then now that we're healed up, we can switch back to our Relentless Assault and continue the charge. We should be able to take him down relatively quick now. There we go. Not as fast as we could have taken him out. But, and also the up in arms we've unlocked is a new shop. As we progress through the game, we will be unlocking numerous other new shops.
Check it out!
Come on, hop to it, let's go.
This'll make things easier.
Yeah, knowing our luck, it's probably missing an engine.
You shouldn't be so negative.
And you shouldn't get your hopes up.
So we do have another boss fight coming up, which is actually against the very first of our summonings, and that is Shiva. And it's quite a unique boss fight, as are all the other summoning boss fights, and I'll explain a little bit more when we get into it. And yes, I think we will definitely save our game at this point, after everything we've done.
Sweeping to base. The C spot. I repeat, the C spot. Pulse the C. Confirmed.
You gonna lend me a hand or what?
You and your big mouth, Snow. You and your big bloody mouth.
Clean up. Let me help.
Okay, so this boss fight starts off with just dealing with a few flunkies, as it were. Nothing too challenging at this point. The only thing that will present a little bit of a problem, obviously, is our health bar and the fact that Snow can't heal himself except with potions. but to be honest, you should be able to cut them down before Snow gets to the point of being taken out. Once you have dealt with the 3 flunkies, Shiva will be activated.
What's he doing? Watch yourself! Stay alert!
Now each summoning has one specific job role that it will yield to, and when it comes to defeating these summonings, they will have a bar that you have to fill up, like a gauze bar sort of thing. Very much the same as a limit break sort of thing. Kind of like Final Fantasy VII's limit breaks, you have to fill the bar. When it hit full, that's when you get your limit break. And there are specific ways of getting that bar to fill up quickly. Now you are against the clock as well, because each summoning, when they appear, will cast Doom on the person which is unknowingly summoned it, in this case Snow. So these guys are, in this game, are known as Eldolans. LD or Barclay. Right, so let's go to our Ravager, because Ravager is a very quick way to get it up. So let's go to Sentinel. So the other Shiva sister will continue to heal us, and essentially we just need to stay using Steel Guard while the other Shiva wallops us basically. I mean, we can also chuck a few Ravager attacks in as well to speed us up. But if I just go into here, oh actually, I kind of need lever, don't we, to reveal everything. I can just go ahead and use the lever straight to something. So if you'll notice just at the bottom, it tells you what they will yield to. So in this case it will be yields to those who amass chambers. Well, all of them do that. But the more important one is the one below it. Yields to those who defend against and endure attacks. So this is the Sentinel class that it speaks of.
Come on then!
Going to Ravager or something. Almost there. Come on, Shiva, attack me. There we go. So you'll notice when we get to the end, it'll prompt us to press the square button to activate the Gestal mode, and that's what will finish the fight. Because it'll only prompt us to do that when the charge bar is full. And with that we go into another cutscene. And also once you get each summoning, it'll give that specific character a new it'll come to me in a second, a new
The twin sisters. I gotta hand it to you for taking him down.
It'll give you an extra attack, that's what I'm trying to say.
Might come a time you wish you'd
I
let
can't
him
bring
in.
the right words to my mouth right now for some reason. My brain's not working.
More of you, huh?
He's a lessee. Take him.
Back off.
You want to keep breathing? Shut up and come quiet.
Bring her this way! Careful now!
Come on!
Sarah! Sarah!
Shut it!
Stand down.
You two? Why are you helping them?
If I were you, I'd worry about myself.
Did we get him?
We got one of them.
They're still behind us!
Stop that! Hey! I said stop! You wanna die?
How are you gonna lose them?
You got me, kid.
Then let me.
No, thank you. They're still on us? We're taking hits! Come on, give me a break! Hang on! For the love of all that's good!
Next, an update on the status of the Purge. Just moments ago, the Sanctum announced the successful conclusion of the Purge, along with the safe arrival of the cocoon migrants to their new homes on Pulse.
Yes, that is correct. There's no denying the enormity of the strain the Purge placed on us all. But given the tens of millions of lives at stake, there truly was no alternative.
Primarch Geisley stood by the move, stressing the necessity of the relocation. When asked about the possibility of future purges, the Primarch remained non-committal, stating only that he would seek counsel with the Fal'Cie Eden and weigh all options before making a decision.
Yeah, that's right. If it makes the Sanctum look bad, it never even happened.
In all the centuries since the War of Transgression, Cocoon has been spared pulse aggression and prospered for it. It is essential that we maintain this peace. That is the Sanctum's focus. We will continue employing every resource available to combat these threats to the harmony of our society.
Meaning, we'll be running for the rest of our lives.
Hey,
Mm-hmm.
who is this guy?
I mean, what do they teach kids these days? He's Gallant Daisley, the Sanctum Primarch. Murderer-in-Chief.
According to our Insta
Just
poll,
another
nearly
tool of
90%
the
of
foul
Cocoon
sea.
citizens agree with the Sanctum's handling of the purge. 70% of respondents said they would also support additional purges were the need to arise.
Let's purge everybody. That'll fix it. Oh, hey. Points for perseverance. A Sanctum Foul Sea up close and personal. Cocoon's own light in the sky. Here we go again.
Fly in. We'll lose him in there.
I like this Foul Sea.
There's more of them!
Bear with me a moment, folks. I'm just going through some of my videos here on YouTube. I'm just getting rid of my old Final Fantasy X ones because I'm going to redo the guide because half the videos are missing for a start. I don't know what's happened to them. And also the microphone I was using when I originally did it was blooming awful. I'm also contemplating redoing Final Fantasy 7s as well because when I did Final Fantasy 7s I was using the Turtle Beach headset, although at the moment I am really burnt out on Final Fantasy 7, so that might be something I come back to doing later on. Wow.
Hey.
I have just found my original Final Fantasy VIII guide. Wow. Well, we don't need that anymore. We're going to get rid of that. Let's be honest.
Hey, wake up!
That particular playthrough of Final Fantasy VIII was an absolute botched job because I was using a really bad capture card back then, and just, yeah, I can do so much better with that now.
You kids safe, right?
So let's get rid of the trash. Oh crap. I might have actually just deleted one of the videos that I didn't want to delete. If anybody watches my latest Final Fantasy VIII guide, if there's any videos in there that are deleted, please let me know so that I can redo them. I may have accidentally, I may have accidentally deleted one that I wasn't meant to.
Glad that's over.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't mind redoing Final Fantasy VIII. Final Fantasy VIII is always my favourite, but
Man, I'm beat.
Yeah.
What? No break?
They're tracking us.
I know that, but we aren't soldiers. We don't have your kind of stamina.
You got enough to complain.
Oh, that's... Forget it!
I think,
I'd stick with her if I were you.
later then.
Oh crap, I think I'm deleting the wrong videos.
Come on, let's get going.
Get going to where, exactly?
Shut
The
up.
whole of Cocoon's against us. No matter how far we run, there's no escape. That Seath clock, it's still a ticket.
There's still time.
I'm gonna
You
leave
give
those
up too
Final
easy,
Fantasy 8
man.
videos there for a minute.
I'm not giving up.
Accidentally.
There's some things that you just can't change. A kid like you would not understand.
Yeah, I'm a kid. I don't understand.
Well, I guess we can be fugitives together. Oh. You ready?
Ready!
Live stream playthrough as well, so it's not too much of an issue. I'll have to keep an eye on that.
Shall we then?
Just bear with me one moment, folks. I'm just quickly looking for something that I know I did not too long ago. Where is it? There you are. That's one video I didn't want to lose. Sorry, right at the end there, I was looking for a video that I did a while back. It was in the Thunder Plains on Final Fantasy X, and it was to show people how to do the lightning dodge. And I know Fuzzfinger wants to use it to help him out when he does his playthrough, so I was trying to get my hands on that video to put it back into the playlist. I've now created a new playlist for Final Fantasy X, and it will be called Final Fantasy X Full Walkthrough. But obviously at this moment in time I haven't done anything with said walkthrough just yet, because I haven't started it yet. But it's just to give you guys a rough idea. Right, just these two we've got for a minute. Okay. So where's the lightning one? Okay, so we are now in the we're now in the Vial Peak. Peaks even.
But at least it's not the end of the line.
And at this point we're into another long cutscene. There's going to be quite a few of these, unfortunately.
The big one's coming.
You look dreamy, Farron. Wishing on fireworks, were you? And you call yourself a soldier? Ah.
Sorry, Lieutenant. But I really don't think guard duty is my calling, sir.
Well, lucky for you, your shift just ended. Pack it up and go home.
But, sir...
SciComm found something in the vestige nearby. They don't want the Guardian Corps here stepping on their toes. I'm sure you heard about the accident at the Uriday Gorge energy plant, and how it has the SciComm lads in a tizzy.
Yeah. More incident than accident. Something pulse-related.
You're taking tomorrow off?
Sir, for my birthday, sir. My sister, she insisted on it.
21, huh? Maybe it's a good time to send off that letter of recommendation for officer training.
Lieutenant.
You're past due for a promotion. Think of your sister and your future, and keep your nose out of trouble.
Out of SciComm business, you mean?
Yeah. Nothing good'll come of it. Nothing but grief. Whoa, look at that one! Whoa, whoa, whoa!
How right you were, Lieutenant. Just you?
For now, I guess. Should we wait?
They'll catch up, eventually.
So at this point our team is going to be splitting a little bit and then getting back together, and then later on we're going to split again, and our teams will be split into two pairs. It will be Lightning and Hope, and Vanille and Saj, as you can probably have guessed. And as you can see, the grids have now been expanded just a little bit further. Not too much further, but it gives us at least a little bit of work to do. Okay, so we can't get through there. We're going to have to go around the other side then.
Just stay
So
out.
at this point, Hope will be taking over as our medic for this team. And you'll notice the little symbol that's next to the health bar of the creature we're fighting. That is the symbol for bravery. And what bravery does is it boosts physical attack damage. Just thought I'd put that out there since this is a full walkthrough, and I wanted to make sure I'm giving you guys all the knowledge that you need, should anyone ever decide to play through this game.
traveled without symptom or pulse to repair the cocoon.
Oh, we need to get a preempt on these ones, that's rather useful. Let's see if we can preempt that. Could really have done with a blitz in there somewhere, but oh well. So if you get a preempt and you've got multiple enemies, I would always recommend trying to start off with a blitz, because it will keep the stagger bars up on everybody, while your Ravengers finish off the stagger, essentially. And then once everything's staggered, you can pretty much pick everything off relatively easy, because you start doing a lot more damage once your opponents are staggered. Good combinations to get quite these drones can actually be quite nasty in big groups, especially with that electro kick that they do. It does have the capacity, if there's enough of them clumped together that all use it at once, they do have the ability to one-shot, unfortunately. So do bear that in mind, folks. We've got a Decepsal. Now the Decepsal, if we use it, will allow us to get an instant preempt. It basically makes us invisible for a short period. So let's see, 120, 120, that's 240. 330. So we need about 410, 420 CP, give or take, to complete that grid. And she hasn't got any other job roles right now, so... Oh no, yes, she's got a Ravager, hasn't she? Yeah, I think they're both going to need about a grand each, maybe. Maybe slightly more, not sure. We'll keep grinding as we go and buffing up the grids as best we can. These guys are definitely a good idea to preempt because they have ridiculous defense. And especially later on, they are very difficult to stagger because you're going to go through a phase where you've got nothing but double Ravager because there's no commando for Sarge just yet. And so when you're facing off against them with Sarge and Vanille, like I said, you only have double Ravager and it's not enough to get the stagger bar up, unfortunately. The only other potential way you could do it is using a Sabotage paradigm. Or roll rather, but even then it still doesn't work as effectively. And there's an Agasol. Now Agasol will put Protect Shell and one other one on which escapes me right now, I can't remember what it is. So in a minute we're going to be switching to Vanille and Sarge, while Lightning leaves Hope behind.
Can we get through this way, you think? You know where you're going, right?
I've been here on missions before.
Missions? Nothing to do with the Purge, though.
The Purge is SciComm's baby. Our military is split into two arms. The Public Security and Intelligence Command, known as SciComm, and the Guardian Corps. I was Guardian Corps, Bodum Security Regiment.
Wait, but I don't get it. If you're not SciComm, then why did you board the train?
For Sarah.
Join the end of the line! Attention Purge deportees. Follow instructions and stay in your lines. Personal belongings will be returned upon arrival. Do not leave your lines! This is for your own safety! Huh? What's the GC doing here? This op's under SciComm direction.
So direct me. Let me on. I want to be purged.
Only civs get purged. Sanctum staff and soldiers are exempt. Huh?
Then I quit.
Line up, line up.
Excuse me. Hey, lady. What gives?
I volunteered.
Really? You don't look ready to go quiet into that good night.
You want quiet? You better take the next train.
Well, now I really want to see what you're up to.
I had to rescue Sarah before they transported the vestige to Pulse, and out of my reach. My only chance to save her was to join the Purge.
You're telling me you got on that train so you could save your sister? That's crazy. I could never do something like that.
It's not a question of can or can't. There are some things in life you just do.
Easy for someone like you to say. Lightning! She left me.
One, two, three, we go.
What are you up to? Hey! Wait up! Can't keep up with this girl.
Don't think you're meant to, Sarge. Okay, so Sarge now has access to the Synergist role, which, as it's just stated, which is exactly what I described it as back when I explained it last stream. The Synergist role is the support role that will cast things like Protect, Shell, Bravery, Haste, things like that. So at the moment we've got access to vigilance, bravery and faith. So bravery is physical damage power up, faith is magic power up, and vigilance will boost the target's ability or boost the odds of interrupting actions and avoiding interruption of our own attacks. Right now for the new. Oops, alright, let's progress. So this is where things are going to get a little bit more trickier now because we don't have access to a commando role. So at this point we have to be a little bit more tactical with how we play things here.
Time to get serious.
So in this case we want to try and take out some of the drones first. For the next bit, we want to start targeting the pulse work soldier because the drone will help us to take it out.
We got this.
Please switch to a saboteur here, see if I can get that bar to stabilise a bit. Might take a few moments. Once we get the commando roll back, we'll be fine again. But putting faith on probably has helped a little. So it looks like the pulse work soldier has taken care of the drone for us. So all we have to do now is just finish him off and we're done.
Never seen a rig like this before. Here we go. Oh! Whoa, 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 whoa! I knew that would happen.
Really, Sarge, that's why you were panicking. Okay, let's progress. So in this case, I think we should just wanted to try and weaken things down a little bit.
Way to go, Zach!
Watch and learn.
Let's get some sabotage and synergist out there, shall we? See if we can speed this up a little bit. As you can see, these two are fighting each other, and you'll get this a lot later on. And because they're too busy fighting each other, it makes it so much easier to get a preempt, because they'll be too busy paying attention to what they're doing in battle with everything else.
Wisdom does come with age.
And once again, we've got ourselves another scrap here, and if we want this chest, we're going to have to remove them all. Now, it is very important with this fight that we leave the Pulsework soldier until near enough at the end, because if we take him out, everything is going to attack us, and we are going to be screwed over very quickly. So, first things first, we'll take out the drones. This could be very bad. I'm going to try and keep off of it and hope to God that we don't get stuck.
Not bad.
Once the 3 drones are taken out, the next thing to do will be to take out one of the dogs, just one of them for the minute.
Atta girl.
Because at the moment, with 2 of them attacking and both of them having bravery on them, it's going to make for a hard battle, because they're going to be chopping our health pretty quick. And yes, we do have a medic, but we'll just get rid of this one here. Right, next we're going to go to the Sinister Saboteur, and we're just going to weaken them down while buffing ourselves up a moment. Then we're going to have a look at that Pulsework soldier and see how much health it's got first before I make my next move. So Pulsework soldier is near enough dead. We could finish the Pulsework off now. With only 1 wolf left, we should be able to... Well, Fexodon is what it's actually called.
Bullseye!
And this one's just about dead as well, so there we go. There'll be a few fights like that where we have to take them out in specific order, otherwise we will get pummeled. Take them out in the wrong order and you're done. Ooh, black belt. I believe the black belt does physical, puts up physical defenses, I believe. And I believe it upgrades later on into, I think it's the Gestalt belt and Expert belt, possibly something like
that. Piece of cake.
Okay, so once again we've got another scrap going on up here. This time it's a group of 3 dogs. And by the looks of it, 2 Pulsework soldiers. So, with this fight, we want to take out 1 of the Pulsework soldiers, and then we want to start cutting those wolves down. So we're just going to target 1 of the Pulsework soldiers for now. Because if we take down the other one as well, all 3 wolves are going to come at us, and then we're going to have a bad day. Trust me, I've been through it before, I've done this before, and it hurts. So yep, we're going to target these guys next. We could actually buff ourselves up a little bit here actually, while we're letting them duke it out. Oh, that was certainly a scrap and a half. Right, let's just do a bit of level grinding here. Now have access to Do Protect, which will help us to reduce, will help us increase vulnerability to physical attacks. And what's this? We've now caught up to Hope.
We made it!
Where's Grumpy? Got left behind, huh?
Leave me alone.
Hey!
This is pointless. Can't keep up. Can't get home. It's over for me.
It's not over. We'll get you home.
I don't have one. Now that Mom is...
What about your dad?
Not making a wish, Hope?
Mom, do you still believe in that kind of stuff? Wishing on fireworks? Really? That's for little kids.
What are you calling kid?
You? What'd you wish for?
Oh, that next year, your father could come with us.
Why? It's better like this. We don't need him. That night, they found the Fal'Cie in the boat of Vestige. The next day, soldiers sealed off the town, and we couldn't get back to Palom Polom. They forced us onto the train with everyone else. My mom, she was frantic. She wanted to get us home, so she tried to fight. She got tricked by Snow. He used her!
Let's get you home, okay? Your dad's gotta be worried.
Let him worry. Why should I care? He doesn't.
Any father cares.
Sass?
It's nothing, forget it.
Come with me, okay?
This ought to do it. We've got time. We'll get you back home. Your dad'll be happy to see you.
Says you.
Let's get this over with. Hold it together.
Another little tip for you: if you split between, keep rotating between certain paradigms, you can keep the stagger bar going. So if I switch now to this one, it will instantly recharge the bars and allow us to get where we need. That way you're not having to waste time waiting for the thing to fill back up again for your next move.
wisdom does come with age.
Another post-work soldier. Well, we took care of the last one easily enough. I think we can do it again. Let's see here.
Bobbing and weaving.
So at this point we're introduced to a new set of enemies. And these ones are known as the Incubus. Sometimes they will be backed up by another one called the Succubus, which will debuff you. And I believe will also power them up. If you have a Succubus pop up with them, make sure you take out the Succubus first. Otherwise they will cause absolute havoc.
That's you. Done.
I don't think I've got range for that one. So we do have Phoenix down, so I will go ahead and use the Phoenix down. I overestimated its abilities. Overestimate or underestimate? No, underestimated. I didn't think it would be able to do as much damage as it did, and yeah, I went down like a sack of sticks.
Isn't that
A warship from Pulse.
You mean they made it this far?
Of course not. Not during the war, and not since. They might have tried, but none of their forces made it into Cocoon. They only damaged the outer rim. Then the Sanctum's Fal'Cie pushed them back. What'd you, sleep through history?
More or less. So, what's a ship from Pulse doing here?
Once the war was over, people couldn't live near the rim anymore, in places like the Hanging Edge. So the Fal'Cie, they gathered up scrap from Pulse and used it for rebuilding here. This is what was left. A bunch of garbage.
Who'd have thunk? A Pulse Fal'Cie and who knows what mixed in with all the trash.
Who'd have thunk?
We should be catching up to Lightning very shortly.
Stop wandering off and stay where I can keep an eye on you.
I need the experience ideally, so let's pull out our Saboteur. Oh goodness, they hit hard.
Hold it together.
Did not see that coming. That took me by surprise. Let's go straight for Saboteur Rabbit and Medic. Thanks! Let's just put that down a little bit. Come on, Vanille, get sabotaging. We'll switch targets. Can that one not be? Oh, it can be. Let's go triple. Let's get rid of the Pulse Work Soldier doesn't attack very fast, it's slow moving, but the other one unfortunately is a bit more of a nuisance. Let's just quickly get our medic out a minute and do a quick bit of heal in a second. And that will just go all out basically on the Pulse Work Soldier. Hold it together! Alright, let's take him apart. Keep up. I was hoping to try and outspeed the stagger bar using that trick I used earlier, but it's not working unfortunately, it's too slow. Oh no, we've managed to outspeed it just. I'm not sure how we did it, but we did. Let's see if we can finish him before the stagger bar goes again. Probably should just do it the other way. That was the experience we've managed to accumulate so far. Oh god. Crawling out of the woodwork these guys are. Let's get rid of the impetus first. Now we can focus on sabotaging the Pulse Work Soldier. We got this. Once these Pulse Work Soldiers are staggered, they go down really fast and really easily.
Well, that wasn't scary at all.
Come to Papa.
Okay, so in this instance, this is what I was on about the succubus being at the back there. As you can see, he's using a move called Erratic Dance, and that's one of the moves that's going to cause us the problem, because it's going to buff up on the other team, I believe. So we need to get rid of him as fast as possible. Now that we've got rid of him, we're going to go ahead here and just heal up and start sabotaging. And also, as you can see, Vanille's now got D-Protect on her. That will have also come from the succubus as well. Eventually that D-Protect will wear off, but it's going to make us slightly vulnerable for a moment. a bit of a risk game here. I'm going to go double round and triple round and pull these guys up a bit further. It does put the nil at risk, unfortunately, because now he's doing back to 5 minutes. But to be honest, if I stayed in that stats room, we were going to be here forever. And just, yeah, ideally we could do is moving on, and not being stuck here for the next half an hour. Soldier, we can probably work around him and just leave him. It's not even worth the hassle.
I hope snow's alright.
So there's just post-work soldiers on their own. It's probably best to leave them, if I'm honest. We can still gather enough experience without taking them out. I mean, if you look at the crystal, our leveling up grids, we're actually still quite on top of it at the moment anyway. Okay, so we now have lightning back, which makes things a little bit easier. Siege is done. Two of hers done. And she's just got this one left. Hope.
Time to move.
Right. Since we've got a save point here, I'm going to save my game. And I think also at this point I'm actually going to take a break because I've been going for about an hour and a half and I would like to start getting some Final Fantasy X videos done as well before I knacker myself too much. So thank you to everyone that stops by this stream, off stream I mean. All your support is very much appreciated. I know my channel's not exactly the biggest of channels and I know I don't have the greatest amount of subscribers and followers and whatnot, but you know, you have to start somewhere and you know, every little helps, so yeah. Right, I will see you all next time. Bye bye for now.